Okay, so you got a good camera your dreams. You shot a music video for the local Linkin Park cover band, and now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. Narrative short? Sure, why not? Camera, lens, lights, tripod, and thanks to prosumer advertising, you're not using the built-in camera mic because you upgraded to the industry standard Rode video mic. With your video in full effect, your movie should feel like a real movie, right? Alright?
This is a movie.
Yeah, that's wrong. Watch all the B-roll in the world and they're still not going to teach you how to catch clear dialogue, because most of the time they aren't catching it on set.
Well, maybe I can, I don't know. What did you say?
The lavalier boom mic you see is still playing an important role, and that's reference audio.
Well, maybe I can, I don't know. Never mind, what happened?
There's no way in hell a mic 20 feet away is recording that clearly. And this mic strategically hidden under my t-shirt doesn't sound that great. Now, if it's not the mic on top of the camera, not the mic above the actors, and not the mic on the actors, mic's in the booth. Welcome to the wonderful world of automated dialogue replacement. Can't capture clear and concealed? Having your actors dub it in post is the golden answer for all if you do it right. Younger students of film might take this concept as odd, but the amount of ADR you see in a big budget picture could be anywhere from 80 to 100%. That number includes dialogue and Foley, so if you want to be pro, here's a step to go. Let's say you haven't even tried recording sound at all. The budget and blunders of each would be, okay, well the first one is just using the camera mic itself. Consider this option free. Everything I shot with this guy was on the Canon T4i, which is about $350 on eBay.
I'm my own dad. Are insects bugs?
The mic and preamp inside all of these DSLRs are bad for a final cut, but not worthless because you still get automatically synced reference audio. If your set isn't too loud, this is a nice, cheap, and easy way to archive your actor's performance when they need to refer to something in the ADR booth. The next option people try is the mounted shotgun microphone, most commonly the Rode video mic for $60 retail. Instead of plugging it right into the camera, you can use something like a Zoom H4n for a little under 200 U's, so you don't gotta deal with your camera's pre's. Now what this can do for you is catch more clear and isolated reference audio when on top of the camera. Also not bad for documentary footage.
I'm my own dad. Are insects bugs?
But if you want cinematic sound, that technique's gonna screw you over, like anytime the talent's more than 2 feet away from the camera. There's also the option of a boom pole 2 feet above the head of your actor, but if you want a wide, full-body moving shot, that's not gonna work out. A major misconception about shotgun mics is that they're magic wands of isolation and distance recording. If you're 6 feet away from any microphone, it's not gonna sound great. This is 6 feet away, and it's not sounding as good as this. Still picking up, not bulletproof. Skip the possibility of your capture point being around the actor and just slap it right on him with a lavalier mic. The one we're using is on the cheap side at around 80 bucks used, so assume slightly better quality than what our tests show. Where they go, the mic goes, so it's bulletproof, right? Again, for reference audio, yeah, conceal it in their clothes and the primary sound will always be their voice.
I'm my own dad. Are insects bugs?
Problem is, if they do something other than sit down or stand still, you're gonna hear the mic itself make contact with the body it's stuck to.
I'm my own dad. Are insects bugs?
Lav mics are a great solution for stuff like calm interviews, but if you're looking for a 100% solution to capturing clear dialogue in the course of a short where people run, jump, lift their arms, turn quickly, 100% goes out the window quick. And all of those shortcomings bring us to the magic of ADR, with its only downside being a requirement of time, technique, and effort. If you want to make it in any creative industry, the last two should never be a downside. So obviously the raw concept of it is your actor viewing back footage of themselves and re-recording their dialogue in a more controlled environment. Can't tell you how much people screw this up, so step one. The controlled environment needs to either match the acoustics of the room on screen or be as dry and even as possible to be exploitable in post later. I've seen people who shot features set outdoors on 35mm film and the voiceover was blatantly done in a closet with bad reflection proofing. This will kill the vibe of your scene and make it sound cheap. Throw foam and other sound absorbing materials on your walls and ceiling to end those early reflections for a dry signal. Step 2, mic placement. Make sure the location of it isn't up against a wall or in too enclosed of a space. The distance between mouth and mic is going to vary depending on the shot. If they're up in the lens, give it 10 inches of space. Median distance around 24 inches. Farther away, try 40 inches. Understanding the difference between proximity and volume will help you know which distance is right for the scene. 14 inches away. 14 inches away. Times 2. Now for the mic itself, it's generally recommended to use the same stuff you recorded any of your live sound with. If you don't own any good portable equipment and plan on ADR for most of the project, the nice setup could run you as low as 180. Get a proper stand, mic cable, condenser microphone like the AT2020 or Shure SM86, and a USB or FireWire audio interface. Lately I've been vibing with the Steinberg UR12 in that price range, but if you want better converters, do the Audient ID14 for a bit more money. Step 3, ADR directing. A major concern people have is their actors not re-performing the line properly, sometimes worried that their actors won't show up for ADR at all. When you meet actors who aren't used to the entire production of narrative film, it's important to explain that ADR is crucial to what makes movies feel like movies. Every contract a screen actor signs will have something stating that retakes in ADR is a mandatory part of the job. To address the worry of your actor not getting it right the second time, I can only assume you're in the booth with them, so why don't you get off your ass and direct? Major part of that director title is seeing through the vision in your head. If you can do it on set, you can do it in the booth. Step 4 is Foley. Foley is the process of recreating and recording everyday sound effects to lay in a synchronized track track so the sequence doesn't seem abnormally quiet. This is footsteps, silverware, books, boxes, tools, appliances, and most commonly clothing. Record the sound of any action you see on the screen using similar techniques in the previous steps and you'll be fine. Also, do not sleep on ambience. Shot outside, record nothing. Shot in a warehouse, record nothing. Remember Foley and ambience or else your mix will sound empty. Step 5 is post-processing. With a talent for mixing, this is where your effort becomes achievement. Remember to never enter this process until you have a recording that's good, waiting to become better. Cut back on some of that bass with an EQ plugin. The human ear is rarely right up on something to the point of hearing those lower frequencies. If the scene's indoors, it'd be a good idea to put a bit of reverb on the track.
My wife left me. Wanna hang out? My wife left me. Wanna hang out? My wife left me. Wanna hang out?
Things sound different depending on where you hear them, so have some tracks in your editor each dedicated to close, medium, and far sounds. It's impossible for me to tell you the exact approach to take on a given project because there's a lot of variables that go into the broad subject of ADR mixing. If you have the golden ear, you're gonna love how easy ADR can make a production. Suck at it, and I tell you to still acknowledge its importance and not go around complaining about how it doesn't sound realistic. If mixing was easy, people would make a living doing it. While other techniques can have their place on a given production, ADR is the best answer to a questionable sound situation. Use it as just another stepping stone for your mastery of the cinematic process. Sure, you won't be great initially digging into it, but once you properly design a scene for the first time, you'll feel ecstatic and proud. You'll watch it cut back multiple times and say to yourself,
"This is a movie."